Shemai, sit dachi. Rachel Adui. Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm at least a month into trying to learn Welsh. Yeah, it's tricky, but it's really addictive. I'm really enjoying it. So we're going to go straight to, this is me chatting to my friend Eve, who's very kindly trying to help me learn Welsh. We chat every week, well, only for a very short time, because obviously I don't know any Welsh. And this is her introducing herself.
Hi Rachel, Eve ydw i. Dwi'n byw yn Tŷ Cros nawr, ond ges i magu yn y ganolbarth, so yng nghanol Cymru. O'n i'n byw yn Ynys mod i'n mynd i'r prifysgol, felly tan o'n i'n 19. Wedyn, dwi wedi bod yn byw yn Abertawe. Nes i dysgu'r Gymraeg fel ail iaith, so dwi'n browd iawn o'r ffaith dwi'n gallu siarad Gymraeg. Nes i gradd yn y Gymraeg yn y prifysgol hefyd. Do you understand that?
No, I think I got you learn Welsh in school, and then you talk about where you used to live, and then now you live in Swansea, or something like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I went to Swansea University,
Ah, right.
Yeah.
I only got Ysgol Abertawe. Prifysgol.
Yeah.
And then this is my attempt at trying to speak some Welsh, so please forgive me. Dydd Mawrth. Dydd Mawrth? Dydd...
Yeah,
Dydd Mawrth.
Dydd Mawrth?
Better, I was better. And I've learnt Fy nheulu I
Da
un
iawn.
chwe tri brawd. Ti?
Fy nheulu I, 3 brawd, 2 chwaer.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mawr.
6.
Teulu mawr?
Yeah. Ond mae oedran mawr rhwngddo fi a rai hynaf, so there's a big gap, there's a big age between me and the oldest.
Okay.
So fi yw'r iangaf, I'm the youngest.
Ah.
Ifanca.
I know, I kind of know the word for young, but I don't know anymore. And also...
Fi yw'r Ifanca?
Yes.
Wyt ti yw'r Ifanca? Are you the youngest?
Ivanka, that's the word. But I know that word.
Yeah.
Ivanka. Okay, brilliant. And...
Ifanc is young, and Ifanca is youngest.
Fy chwaer I, mae hi'n byw am Rista.
Oh, da iawn.
I know, I can say that one. Amrista, I like. Because she does live in Bristol.
Amrista.
Amrista.
Anghyfyrddin, Anghardydd.
Oh, can you repeat Cardiff? Can you repeat in Cardiff?
Anghardydd. Anghardydd.
Oh, okay, Anghardydd.
Yeah, Anghardydd.
So the best videos I've found so far are the Learn Welsh podcasts with Jason. He does tend to waffle on a little bit. I know I'm a fine one to talk because I only waffle on, that's literally all I do. But what he's really doing is sharing his enthusiasm for learning Welsh and for learning a language, and he talks about, building blocks of how to learn a language. Definitely persevere with him, he's amazing. I've fallen in love with him, to be honest. The only problem is I think I've nearly finished the video, so what he does is he produces the serious podcasts, but only seems to be like every 8 months, which kind of makes the next one due now, but I've nearly finished them. And then there's lots of little videos, sometimes about the language, obviously always about being Welsh. This is Jason's video.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason Shepherd from the Learn Welsh podcast. Dwi'n byw yn Abertawe. I live in Swansea. Dwi'n byw yn Abertawe. So we just take out the verb byw, to live, and switch it with the verb for to walk or walking. cerdded. Spelled C-E-R-D-D-E-D. Cerdded. So all we do is put it into our sentence instead of byw. Dwi'n cerdded yn Abertawe.
So like I said before, I'm a bit of a geek. I love studying the grammar and I like to write everything down. So at the moment I'm writing everything in this book, read obviously. I'm just writing down everything because I don't know anything and I need lots of input. Okay, so here's the first page. Obviously I'm starting off with the absolute basics. As you can see, I write the Welsh in red and the translation in a different colour. I find it's very useful to write the language you want to learn in the boldest colour. And otherwise, you know, all the words just it's just a whole list of words and it's just too confusing. And then I write the lists of, like here I've got days of the week in the corner all together, nice and neat. And stuff like this is me having a conversation with myself about how to pronounce it, learning that it's different in South Wales, North Wales. Saw one video where he said it was pronounced like ship, but I thought in South Wales it was sit. So this is me having a conversation with myself. And these are my notes on pronunciations. Taken from a video, but also written in a way that makes sense to me. So I'm doubting it all makes sense to anyone else. And then some more basics, but then also the Welsh numbers. First glance, I love the Welsh numbers, really simple, un deg un, carried on like that, really loved it. And then I found out there's another way of saying the numbers, and I was hoping that maybe the other way was an old way and maybe it's not so much in use, but I found out that the other way is very much in use. For example, if you were going to say someone's age, you wouldn't use this nice simple system, use a different system, which I haven't learnt yet and I haven't written down. And here we are, here's my table of mutations. I watched this video for that. I don't know, I liked it the best. So this is David, I think he just does one video. I think he's promoting his lessons on iTalki. But this is a really interesting video. Just talks about all different Welsh things.
So let's look at a full example of mutation, so the full table. So we've got our three types. We've got our treiglad meddal, treiglad trwynol, and treiglad llais. And the 9 letters that mutate, cypyda, gybyda, llymrha, only mutate a certain number of times. So cypyda, gybyda, llymrha, all mutate softly, so they all have a treiglad meddal. Only the first 6 then have a nasal mutation, and then only the first 3 have a aspirate mutation. So it looks like a complicated table, but if you look at the patterns, they kind of break down quite nicely. And you might notice that the cypyda, the hard sounds, mutate to gybyda, which are the next 3 letters that mutate. You want to be careful not to double mutate.
I really have to have these written down. I like to refer to them, check them, test myself on them, and that way I don't just, it's hard for me just to learn everything just as you go along. I really need something to refer to. As you can see, I haven't written soft and nasal. I've written the terms, the Welsh grammar terms in Welsh. I find that when learning a language it's best to do that. I can't really see the point of writing the English words for Welsh grammar. I might as well just write the Welsh words and learn them like that. So this is just a nice simple one I took from another video, and I wrote them next to each other so I can see the mutations for brawd and fi mawrdi. Obviously you need a huge amount of practice on that, and there's some more of that. And then this is really getting into it in this video, 11 to 13. He's really constructing some sentences, and then I just write down the nouns on the right hand side because I know that I can just put them into these sentences. Here I'm really trying to get my head around some grammar. I'm not liking the fact that it changes depending on whether you're saying he is liking something or he is not liking something, and the word just changes completely as far as I can see. So I can't cope with that, so I've had to go through it all and write it all out separately. I guess you could tell from this that I've learnt French before, because what I'm really looking for is a conjugation tables, and I just haven't found that yet in Welsh. So here I am, this is me learning that I am, you are. This is how you say it if it's followed by a verb. Very important, so I've underlined that bit. And then I think these are how you say them if it's preceded by a noun. So if you're saying Rachel do-e, or Rachel a do-e, I am Rachel. And I think this is correct, but you know, obviously you wouldn't take my word for it. And then this is how it changes if you're saying you're not something, followed by a verb. Again, I'm not sure this is correct, but so this is something I'm definitely going to refer back to, check, and obviously I'll cross it out, rewrite it if I find out I've made massive mistakes. So this is me just copying out sentences directly from Duolingo, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm learning Welsh with my son. So I take these sentences, and so here's some work I've done for him. He's going to have to translate these verbs from these sentences. He doesn't know all these verbs, but he'll be able to work it out from the words around it that he does know and the process of elimination. And this is me breaking down the grammar for him. This is the best way to learn a language. Well, in fact, it's the best way to learn anything, and that's to teach somebody else it. You just learn so much yourself. So here, he's going to have to negate this sentence, dach chi'n nofio. He's going to have to write, you are not swimming. And he's going to be fine with this because we've already done it with I sentences, and now he's going to do it with you. So this is the last one of Jason's videos. Well, he's produced many more videos, but this is the last one of his actual lessons. I'm really excited to learn about mynd, to go, because obviously that means I can start talking about the future. So that's really exciting. So for me, the main difference between learning French and Welsh is just the sheer volume of stuff that's out there. Books, but yeah, YouTube videos for sure. There just isn't the same amount out there. You can't find the same amount of stuff. I'm going to keep on searching. However, the other main difference between learning French and Welsh is that I actually live in Wales, so I have a Welsh person I can speak to, and I've signed up to a Welsh course. I'm actually going to take a proper course, which I've never done before for any language, and it's free because obviously we are much encouraged to learn the language here. So I'm going to start that soon, and I'll definitely report back to you on what that's like. It seems quite intensive. It's like, it's online obviously at the moment, but it's 3 hours long, and my brain only really works for 45 minutes. So I'm going to see how that goes, and I will let you know. But yeah, thank you. So I'll probably do another video in a couple of weeks' time, and maybe I'll actually be able to speak some Welsh at that point. We can only hope.